right, I'm coming on. So this isn't real estate investing related. This is spirituality. So I'm doing this live on YouTube, my Facebook page for my Soul Powered Life, and Periscope. Again, this is not my real estate investing. I will be doing that later on this evening. This is about spirituality, soul power, spiritual gifts that you have, asking intentions, setting intentions, co-creating your life, not feeling so alone. Okay? All right, guys. Thank you for waiting. Hey, so this is Lisa Phillips with My Soul Powered Life. It's how I live and show others how they can live a life of abundance if they understand and know what their soul gifts are, their spiritual powers are, and their spiritual purpose. That goes hand in hand with anything you guys do. So today I wanted to talk about the power of intention, where it comes from, and with me doing this consistent daily spiritual growth, angelic assistance, how I've figured out how it works, right? And so this is going to be my truth, but if you try this and implement it in your life, you will start seeing that change that comes from within and using the power of your spirit as well as your spirit guides and guardian angels every single day. And if you want to take the time, why not listen to what I have to say and just give it a shot? I just want everyone to try it once because I know it works. I know how it works, and that's how I live my life. And so, and then at the end, I'm just going to pause and go into different crystals and jewelry that I'm wearing and why I'm wearing it, because I just find it's helpful for people to understand and start using this crystal jewelry in their daily life, okay? So let's start with, so let me go ahead and start with the power of intention. So having an intention means when you start your day or you do something, you set an intention. When people get together and they have, say, an opening prayer, that's setting the intention, right? I don't do it through the act of, through the construct of religion, but when you're sitting there going, we want to have a good day, bless us and this event, make sure our voices are heard, make sure this prayer is reached. Those are actual things that when you or setting an intention. I want a day filled with laughter and fun and joy. Hours of laughter. I've done that before and I've received that. I actually don't do it anymore because I was so tired at the end of the day. Setting an intention is, I hope when I do my bead jewelry, I don't spill all of my beads on the floor. It can be, okay, before I start this event for my retreats, for my investing, I intend to give everyone here as much learning as they can possibly sustain that can help them, get them to a new level of financial prosperity. Setting an intention can be anything. And so this is how it works and what I want to show through my experiences, but also what I do specifically. So if you would like to, and of course you'd like to use this power, right? And how it works and how you can think about it when you're doing it and how I found it works too. So I remember about 6 months ago, Oprah said, hey, you should set an intention for everything. And she was saying before every show, she set an intention. And I was like, all right, let me set an intention for things. And I started basic. I want a good day. Or my intention is to go to the store and find a parking space right next to the stairs. My intention is to go in here and for this group to finally get my order right. Because I go to this restaurant. It's a Mexican restaurant and I like it, but they always get my order wrong and I get pissed, right? I'm like, y'all being racist or what? They might be. I don't know. But it's just, it could be anything. And I would do it and then I would sit and wait. And then I was saying, when I first started, it was about 7 out of 10 things I asked for, I received, okay? And 7 out of 10. So it wasn't everything, but 7 out of 10 I got. And I just started cultivating. I read some books. Wayne Dyer is somebody who has a book about it. I read his book. It was very decent and very good. But and it didn't explain what I now know because I co-create. So you might know from this video channel, I've discovered that I'm a healer. I can do angelic healing, shamanic healing, crystal healing. I have that ability, right? Those are my spiritual gifts and my spiritual powers and purpose. And so when I found out I had that gift, of course, I started telling people, like, look, let me heal you. Like, let's do it. We were given these gifts and they made fun of us. They burned witches in the white, in European communities. In black communities, you loved your shaman. You loved your witch doctor. In Mayan communities and ancient Indian and Aztec communities, they love their healers. In this community, got made fun of, called a woo, right? And I'm like, whatever. I'm an engineer. I'm great at real estate because I've helped thousands of people doing it and I'm still helping thousands. I'm not somebody who's flighty. Like, if I say I'm a healer, I'm a goddamn healer, okay? I don't like to say DAMN word. I found it lowers my vibration. This is something I found. But, I'm a healer, right? And so I'm not going to sit back on this gift. It's a talent. And I built an audience. I'm going to tell everybody who wants to listen. Right now, it's 1 out of 10 people who follow me for real estate investing come to me for healing, and we've been doing it. And so, and I've learned all of this through angelic assistance. Right now, there's different assistants from different entity and beings out there, but the angels showed up for me very big. And when I found out they did, I just started asking them daily for things, like anything. And like I said, I got 70% when I started. Right, some things are easier than others. And so what I found with the intention, I found basically how it worked, because I kept channeling, how does this work? Okay, wow. And I just sort of got that clarity through asking the question. It would just come to me. And if you start this too, things will just come to you when you ask specifically for a specific thing to come. And I found out how it works. So the power of intention is when you have free will. So there are angels and your spirit guides and guardian angels right now surrounding your behind, helping you. And they do it behind the scenes. If you do not actively ask them for help, they cannot do it. And that is a very, very big thing, free will. They can't just interfere with you. They have to let you do it. And let me tell you when that comes, I was like, yeah, free will, but if you want to help me, help me. Well, I remember the deeper I got into this angelic healing, well, all of a sudden, other angels, well, I was just standing there, I'd feel like a woo, and I know that's a healing feeling because I know the energy of angelic healing because I do it every day. It's different than other energies. And I'd feel it, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And I'd ask about it, like, who is this? What is it? And they're like, well, those are healing angels. You were made to work with these people, so they came. So that's why it seems like it's out of nowhere, but this was supposed to be. And because I'm so sensitive to different energies now, because I've developed that ability, if you can too, if you would like, which has been beautiful. Because I developed that ability, I can feel them. And so you really start to understand, wow, they just came in because we're contracted, but you really understand how you don't want people interfering, or beings, or your spirit or guardian angels interfering without you asking, because they can't come out of nowhere and think they know what's best for you. And then the most part with that, it was for my highest good. It was healing. I was like, yeah, cool. We're fine. You can heal me while I'm asleep. I love it. I'm just getting healthier and more optimized as we speak. You can do it, but you really start to understand where free will comes into play. So setting an intention is the most basic thing you can do. And when you set that intention, what happens? Your spirit guides and your guardian angels start to get to work. So that is... So when you actively say, my intention is X, those are the words, so your spirit guides and guardian angels can start making that happen. And what I've learned through the angelic communication and channeling that I do and healing I do, well, the angels, the spirit guides, guardian angels, your soul, all can communicate with the blink of an eye. They blink, they understand. They got everything they need to. Information was transferred. So I've noticed, I started putting together what happened, because there's divine timing and this and that. And you really start noticing when you put that intention in place, they're basically infinite. Your soul is infinite, and they really work on that level. So what happens is, I want a parking space right next to the stairs. FYI, I don't even have to ask that anymore. It just happens. So I was like, oh, I forgot to set an intention. Well, I've said it so much, they know this is what I want to do. You do it enough time, they know that's what you want, and then they'll just do it for you. And that's low-hanging fruit. And I remember when I'm seeing, I was like, I'd pull up and someone would be pulling up right next to the stairs. And you guys know parking is pretty serious, right? And you start realizing, well, what they did was, when I actively engaged them in my life and support, they communicated with other things and was having all this happen where it's like when I pulled up, they were communicating with spirit guides with someone else who had to leave, and it was for their highest good to leave at that time, because everything's for your highest good. So it doesn't matter what I want. If it's not for someone's highest good to leave that spot open, it's not going to happen. But if it is, you give them that wiggle room to work. So if it's for their highest good, so our spirit guides talk to our angels who talk to their spirit guides. So when it comes to I get 7 out of 10 things, well, those other 3 out of 10 things, that relies on divine timing, I've learned. And the reason I've known this is because once I figured this out, I started asking for everything. And you really just start noticing when things finally did click into place, what happened. Well, when they finally clicked into place, I had to wait for this other guy who was actually the right guy for me to work with for this thing, came into my life, but he was busy. And so you start realizing divine timing, because what you want, there either is some learning you to do, or there's someone who can help you the best in their circumstances need to make it to you so you can work together for both of your highest good. But I remember that happened when I had a tree that fell on our roof and we had to get a new roof. And I was like, I'm not into taking trees down. I grew up and I love trees. I plant trees. Every house I've been to, I planted a new tree. If I had my way, I would plant thousands of trees, okay? Because they're an amazing part. I don't know why. I love trees and they're a good thing to love. They give us everything. And I remember I asked the question to the angels, because now I just ask. I don't even want to spend time. I'm so unstressed and unbothered. I know the right people are going to do this. And I remember I asked, okay, so this branch fell. We had to get a new roof. Is it time for me to take this tree up? I wasn't sure. I'm not into taking trees down. And I remember I asked that to show me and guide me. And like so I had gotten an estimate before, and it was $3,500 for one tree. And I remember that so 2 days after I asked that question, a guy drove up, his name was Ramiro, came onto my property. It was like, I can take that down for $1,800. So half the price. He's like, I got a good crew, and I just got a good feeling from him. And not only did he do that, he also took down another tree for like an extra $1,000. It was just really cheap for what everyone else was trying to charge us. He did it fine. He did it in one day. He had a good crew. He also installed our driveway, and I'm going to get him for more work. But I realized what happened when I asked those questions or you set those intentions. What happens is they start working to find the person who can help you. So that's the divine timing. So there was a 2-day delay, but he wasn't in Charlottesville. He was in Afton, Virginia, which was an hour and a half south, right? But he made it up here, and they made sure he went by this neighborhood and was like, I can do it. Go talk to that lady, because, you're going to get good business, and she needs a good person to give business to. And because I asked so many questions of my angels and spirit guides, once I found out, like 20 to 40 a day. It's not even joking. I'm not joking. I start asking questions and setting intentions. You just really start noticing when things fall into place, how it fell into place, but it fell with other people who are for your highest good and you were for their highest good interacted. And so for me, I was like, wow, that's how the power of intention works. Not only is it the free will component I've learned, but it's also working with other people who need to see or need to work with you for what you're doing. So all I would ask for you guys, life is beautiful over here. I'm just not stressing. And I want every person of color, especially in this country, to have this and start it within themselves and seeing how their spirit guides and guardian angels work for them. It's your spirit guides. They're your guardian angels. They can work. They are infinite and abundant too, like your spirit is. And the more you practice this, the more you strengthen that bond, and they're able to hear you and respond. And even for things you ask over and over again, they're able to second guess, like they know what you want, right? And they're your spirit guides, and you can ask them. Well, of course, I don't ask them for anything negative or evil, and and I try not to impugn other people's free will, so I don't go make that guy work with me. I go find me the person to work with that's in my highest good. And it could be for internet stuff, so my intention is to find a great intro music before I start without having to spend an hour looking, right? So it's everything. My intentions are like how to make this faster, stronger, how to get someone who's the right person. I put time limits within the next 5 minutes because that's the kind of person I am. I want things done and I want it done now. But I want you all to start trying this. This isn't just woo-woo stuff. It's real. And if you're like me and you need the proof, ask for 20 things in one day. Set 20 intentions and see how many come. And then said 20 more the next day, and see the ones that from yesterday that didn't make it, that made it that day, and who they had to rely on to bring it to you. And that is the evolution of really starting to going into, you have a spiritual purpose, but no one wants to talk about their spirit. No, you have a spirit. Start using it. And so I'm going to do another video about how I'm a co-creator. I realize we all can be co-creators. You only need to ask, and ye shall receive. Period. Okay? Like, that's all you need to do. Set that intention. That's how it works. I would want you all to try setting an intention. Set 1 if you want. If you like me, set 20 for the day. See how they come through. It can be small. I hope I don't spill this on me while I'm walking to the hallway, right? Because I always spill this on me. It can be that. And I want you to come back and let me know in the comments how that was for you, if it did anything for you. I know it will, but I want to see everybody look and embrace this transformation. I found out that all the powers we need are within ourselves, but we've had all these cultures, colonizing cultures, laugh and mock us away, right? Laugh us out of it. Tell us we were crazy. Burn us at the stake, right? I'm telling you right now, 14th century, I did a past life journey. I was burned at the stake, and I went up with middle fingers up. And that strength of not letting them cow me and going, you can do whatever you want to this physical body. I'm practicing my gift was actually the thing that made me so strong in this lifetime. And I'm listening to my inside and my gut and my inner voice. And I don't care, even though it was like stepping out into unknown territory, I still listen. I got burned on the stake, but I stayed so strong that carried me into this lifetime so that now I can get these abilities that I have and share with people. Share it with you. Just do what you need to do. So I wanted to do that. Start practicing. Start with 1 or start with 10. See how it manifests. See how when it does manifest, there's other things that had to happen or occur for it to happen, but it all came out for your highest good. And then start doing this intentional co-creation, which I'm going to talk about in my next video, every single day. All right. I wake up and I'm setting intentions, which is me co-creating my world. Before I do anything, I'm like, this is what I want. This is what I need. And I'm going to go into this in the next, just talk and discussion on how that manifests itself, the mindset behind it, the actual working of the spirits, guides, guardian angels, and I use angels as well. I have a posse of angels around me right now because I talk to them. No one else is talking to them, which is good, because then they're just here for Lisa. Lisa's like, I got things to do because I'm a natural CEO. I outsource everything. When I realized you can co-create, I'm like, oh, I got a list of things. Okay, so I want you all to try it. Please try it. Because you'll see for yourself that you have real powers. And when it works for you, come back because I'm going to share what more you can do and how deeper it can go. And how you can bless others with these gifts. It's not just for you, although it can be. It's for other people that you can bless when you start tapping into what these intentions can do. So yeah, thank you so much. And that is the end of this particular lesson. And right now, so you can get off if you're not interested, I just want to go into all of the crystals I'm wearing. And because I wear crystals for healing purposes, I wear them to strengthen abilities, for health reasons. You'll never see me talk without lapis lazuli, right? You'll never see me talk without this. It's either on my neck, it is either on my wrist. This is calcite and lapis. It's either on my head. I have like a lapis lazuli crown that I purchased. Look at that crown. And when I wear this, I am more connected to my truth. It helps my throat chakra and communication. This lapis lazuli is a crystal that kings and queens all over the entire world use. And it actually is one that helped me understand that crystal jewelry works, because I remember I'm in the South and people just don't talk about race relations when you don't know them. If you're a black person or a white person, you don't talk about it. And I remember something happened. I was going in, but I remember I felt comfortable with this on, and usually I would not have said anything, but this is the stone of truth. You are going to speak your truth. But it's tinged with wisdom. That is the power. Not only am I going to speak it, but the words came out. And I was able to talk to these white people in the South who don't want to talk about this stuff, about race. And they understood. and they were really getting it, and the words came out the way the words needed to come out. And I looked and I was like, what? This is so powerful. I think that day I had a lapis lazuli necklace. I think I had a lapis lazuli like everywhere. And I was like, this, wow. I said it, and I said it right. I said it with knowledge. I was articulate. It got through to people. It got through to people, okay? And I was like, what just happened? And then I looked it up and I was like, it's literally called the Stone of Truth. It's been traded all. It's in the High Priest's breastplate. It is, and if people knew how powerful this was, I wouldn't be able to afford it, okay? Because you'd all buy it if you knew how powerful this was. So I made my own bead jewelry, necklaces, rings. So you'll always see me with this stone. I actually have one in my breast area too, just right in my bra, because it helps amplify my truth and power. I also wear this, and my if I'm on a call with a new potential client, I will wear it because my truth shines out so bright. I'm much more articulate. It's tinged with wisdom, so it's in a way that people can understand and resonate with. It really helps for people to give me that trust and whatnot. So that's lapis. I'll tell you about today. And I have like jewelry making kits just because I make my own. Because if I bought a lapis lazuli necklace, it'd be like, it was $90 to buy it. But if you make your own, it's $10, right? So I just have all these bead supplies, and I just string it up, put it in a bead, put a clasp, and call it a day, right? $10. $5 for the, $6 for the beads for a 15-inch strand. These beads today are Chariot, Chariot. Chariot. It is from Russia. Deep purple. So purple's my thing. Purple's my love. Just because as you go deeper into spirituality, this purple energy comes down and opens your crown and your third eye chakra. So I've been inundated with purple. So now it's like my favorite color in the whole wide world because it's awakening my abilities. I'm actually trying to strengthen one ability to be able to, my psychic abilities to try to help find missing persons. So that takes time to develop, and I'll let you guys know how that goes. But you can have any ability you want, that you can develop. And a guide step forward, Thomas, and I connect with him every day to start getting used to and asking those questions about foresight. But you can do that too, if you'd like. If you don't, that's fine. I just want to help as many people as I can. Now, this one's good. I do so much angelic energy and attunement and discussion with them that I get lightheaded because I can feel the energy. When you're low vibration, it's happening to you, like when I heal people, but they don't know how much energy and how powerful it is because they can't even absorb it. But me, when I'm doing it, the more you raise your vibration, you could feel the energy, and this just helps dissipates it, so I'm not all lightheaded, grounds it, and integrates it into my body. So anyone who does high frequency angelic energy should wear this. I went from being lightheaded to only feeling 10% of it, and this is this is like if you're a healer and you're going deep, like, you need this in your life. I made that too, of course. So sometimes I'm like a crazy lady, and I'm like, I have to slow down because there's all these things I want to work on for the day. I'm like, you can't do it. So I actually have to take things off. So this right here is limestone. I just made a jewel. And then I have clear quartz, which helps amplifies whatever power it is, as well as keep me in alignment. This was one I was channeling. I need to lose weight. And I actually have a whole thing on weight loss with the angels. When I get to my first 15 pounds, I'll do it. Right now, I think I've lost like 3 on how I pulled in the energy and removed my cravings through angelic healing. And I'm going to share that with you guys. So right here is limestone. Limestone, it's bead limestone. It actually is good for overall health and energy, but I asked specifically for weight loss, and it helps with that as well. I must say, when I wore it the first day, I just had so much energy. And when you start getting to your 30s and 40s, that's a beautiful thing. And what else do we have? Now, this is something I put together for third eye healing. It has iolite, sugarlight. Sugarlight's a very high frequency, high vibration. It has purple fluorite and amethyst, and all of these help your third eye chakra. in which after 2 months of consistent healing, I can now see images more clearly than I ever can before. So my communication isn't just with impressions from and the knowing, it's also I'm seeing it too. So I'm very grateful. So I wear that every day to do some natural healing just with it being in my energy field. It is working on that third eye gland. And you can make your own. In this one, oh my gosh, it's carnelian and red jasper. The red jasper stimulates your root chakra. It's your vitality. It's like the blood. And the carnelian also is your sacral chakra, which is your creativity, your carnal, your womb. And this one just gives me a ton of energy too, which I need because we just did the time zone change. And I'm like, okay, instead of coffee, I just put on my high-powered crystals. I also have on the earrings I made, which are garnet and clear quartz with apple flies, the garnet. I just make stuff. I'm not like a artist, but it's purely functional. But yeah, and these actually help give my energy when I channeled on it and asked the angels, hey, I love garnet. How good is it? On a scale of 1 to 10 for me. They're like, it's an 8. It's an 8. So, lapis lazuli is 10. So I just wanted to end with that. Hope this was helpful. Please just start trying it. We really need to start finding our own internal power, our spiritual powers, and we really need to start creating the lives we want and influencing other people, especially in our community, because we can't go outside anymore. We've tried that. We've said the words. We've tried to show them the inequalities, the injustice, the privilege. They're not listening. So now it just starts with us creating the world we want and working with the right people, which when you set the intentions, they make sure you're drawing in the right person and you're not just getting anybody, and you're living an intentional, co-creative lifestyle. All right. Thank you so much. And bye. This is Lisa Phillips with My Soul Powered Life, showing you how to live a life of infinite and easy abundance by knowing your soul gifts, your soul types, and your soul purpose. Don't forget to press like and to subscribe where you see it and leave a review or your comments. Every single one of those lets me know that I'm reaching someone and that this is helping and reached out and helped somebody. And you can also make sure you join us in our Facebook group, Soul Full of Healing. And you can click on the links below for different podcasts to take this on the go. All right. Thank you so much. Bye.